Good afternoon again, grade 2. Miss Desiree here. We are going to continue our literacy time and we will continue talking about adjectives. Okay? So we had started discussing what adjectives are. Now, I would be giving you additional information on how to describe nouns. Okay? So, what are adjectives again? As a review, adjectives are words that describe nouns. Okay, what are nouns again? Nouns are names of people, places, and things. Now, we have here a sample sentence. The black cat is eating. Now, first, we need to know where is our noun. Our noun is cat. And what describes the noun? The word black is the one that describes the color of the cat. So black here is our adjective. Why should we use adjectives? Why is it important? Adjectives makes our writing more interesting, exciting, and detailed. So we want more detail about a noun. We need to add more information. So what information should it be? It should be an adjective. Example, let's look at this girl here. If you want to add detail about the word girl, so you can say the girl is wearing a pink blouse. So you talk about her blouse. And let's talk about her skirt. The girl is wearing a red skirt. So you will not just say the girl is wearing a skirt, the girl is wearing a blouse. So you added more detail to your nouns. Now this time, as I told you, I'm going to teach you additional information about adjectives. Now, these are comparative adjectives. What do you mean by comparative adjective, Miss Desiree? These adjectives are words that compare nouns. Okay, let's have the first example. Our first noun are strawberries. Okay, now let's look at this sentence. These strawberries are larger than the other strawberries. Okay, now we are comparing the same nouns, strawberries, but we are comparing the sizes of the strawberries. That's why we say comparative adjectives. Now, what do you think is our adjective on this sentence? These strawberries are larger than the other strawberries. Okay, when we compare two items, we can use comparative adjectives. So, the same sentence that we have here, these strawberries are larger than the other strawberries. So, our adjective is larger. Actually, the main adjective is large, and we just add ER because we use the comparative adjectives. We are comparing these strawberries. Okay? And we are comparing only two strawberries. Not many, but only two items. Superlative adjectives is another kind of adjective. And what is superlative adjective, Miss Desiree? When we compare multiple items, it means many. So we have here, when we compare multiple items, we can use superlative adjectives. So if you are going to compare 4 strawberries, then that's not just 2, it's 4, so they are many, they are multiple. Now, the sentence would be, this strawberry is the largest. If you can see, the arrow is pointing to this biggest or the largest strawberry. Because we have here smaller ones and we have multiple strawberries, now we are using the superlative adjectives. So what did we do to the word large, to the adjective large? We changed, or we added st or est to the word large. So our main adjective is large, and to make it superlative, it becomes largest. Let's move on. Here are the rules on how to make comparative and superlative adjectives. First one, if the adjective is just one syllable, you just need to add or est. Example of the word of the one syllable adjective is large. So we just add to make it larger and est to make it largest. Okay? Now, one syllable ending in E. So you just need to add ER or EST. Just like the word large, it ends with an E. Now, one syllable ending in CVC. What is CVC, Miss Desiree? CVC is consonant, vowel, consonant. Example, cat. Consonant C, vowel A, and consonant T, but that is a noun. Okay, I will be showing you more of adjectives that are CVC words, CVC adjectives on our next lesson. Now, what are we going to do if the adjective is CVC word? We need to double the last consonant and add ER or EST. Now, the fourth rule, if the adjective is two-syllable adjective and it ends in Y, we just need to change Y to I and add ER or EST. And our fifth rule, if there are two or more syllables, say more for comparative or the most for superlative in front of the adjective or before the adjective. And there are also words that are adjectives that are irregular. When you say irregular, you don't add ER or you don't add EST, but you change the spellings are changed. And it's just like the nouns that we had before. We had monster nouns, right? Okay, now example of irregular adjectives. These are good. If you compare two items, it becomes better. And if you compare multiple items, you use best. Also with bad, you are going to use worse if you compare two items, and you're going to use worst if you can compare multiple items. Okay, I know it's still hard to understand what I am talking about, but let's practice on these example. Okay, let's figure out which word describe each noun. We have here the different adjective. Okay, we have here slimiest, largest, stickiest, slimer, larger, bitter, or stickier. Okay, we have here 4 sentences. Now remember, when you can use comparative adjectives if you are comparing 2 items, and you use superlative adjectives if you compare multiple items. So when you use comparative adjective, you add er, and if you use superlative adjective, you add est. Okay, let's move to the first sentence. The frog is blank than that frog. So how many items were we comparing here? Yes, we are comparing two items, two frogs. So the frog is blank than that frog. So we are going to look at comparative adjectives since we are comparing two items. So which one shall we choose? Larger, oh, we have here slimier, larger, bitter, or stickier. So what do you think is the correct adjective here? I need you to write it on your English book. Let's move on to the next sentence. The bear is the blank of the bears. Now, the bear here is compared to many multiple bears here. So we are going to use superlative adjective. So what are those superlative adjectives? The superlative adjectives have est. So we have slimiest, largest, stickiest. So what do you think is our correct adjective from these three words? Okay, let's have the next sentence. The candy is the most blank candy of all. Of all. Okay, this candy is being compared to many candies. So we are going to use the superlative adjective. So superlative adjective has est. So we have slimiest, largest, or stickiest. Which do you think is the correct one? Okay, let's move to the next sentence, the last one. The lollipop is blank than the gum. So what are the two nouns that being compared here? Lollipop and gum. So we only have two items that are being compared. So we are going to use the comparative adjective. So we are going to check which word that has er. So slimier, larger, bitter, or stickier. What do you think is the correct adjective? Now, if my lesson is very fast, I need you all to screenshot these sentences. So after the video, you can just review your answers, or you can continue answering if you are not finished yet. Take a screenshot now. 3, 2, 1, screenshot. Okay then. Now that's all for comparative and superlative adjectives. We are going to have more practice next time. I hope you learned something from today's lesson. That's all for today. I'm going to say goodbye for now. Ma'asalama, grade 2.